We begin this video with the Vid Center application already opened. First, let's connect to a single site as we've shown previously. We can see here when the Connections option is selected in Task Center, the Task Actions window shows we are connected to the physical DVR Site 3. But what we also see is a temporary virtual DVR has automatically been created for us. Each time one or more physical DVRs has been connected to, a virtual DVR is created. This temporary virtual DVR is only used while this session of connectivity is established. Once we disconnect, the virtual DVR is lost. Now let's connect again, this time to 2 NVRs. As mentioned previously, there's no real limit to the number of sites you can connect to simultaneously. In the Task Actions window, we highlight the first site and hold the Control button on the keyboard to highlight the second site. Now be careful here because we cannot use the right-click and connect option to connect to the units. We must use the Connect button in either the Task Action toolbar or the main toolbar at the top. Now, with the 2 sites highlighted, click on Connect. Enter the password and click OK, and we are connected to both sites. The first thing we should note is that for multiple physical NVRs, there is still one virtual DVR, in this case a temporary virtual DVR. If we select Live Video and then expand the directory, we can click and drag several cameras from both locations. Click on View Live and we are streaming video from multiple sites. Click Stop Download and clear cameras. As well, we can choose to review recorded video and choose our view. Notice in the drop-down, we could select one of the full NVRs to which we are connected, or we could choose any of the cameras from any of the NVRs in the custom camera setup. By double-clicking, we'll select a few cameras. We can include up to 16 cameras in the zone. Now click OK and we can pull up the video as we normally would, either by date and time, at a glance, browse video, etc. Finally, let's imagine we want to save this virtual DVR, or group of physical DVRs, to connect to at any time in the future. There are 2 primary ways to create a virtual DVR. If we already have a temporary virtual DVR created by connecting to the group of units, we can just save it as is. Select Connections, and in the Task Actions toolbar, click on the button called Save Virtual DVR. Enter a name for the new virtual DVR, and click OK. Now disconnect and notice in the directory tree the newly saved virtual DVR. Alternatively, to create a new virtual DVR, the user could create a new virtual DVR while not connected to any units. Within the Task Actions toolbar, click on Create a new virtual DVR. Enter a name for the virtual DVR and click OK. Now we can just click and drag any NVR into the newly created virtual DVR. To connect, the user can simply right-click and connect. The last point we'll discuss is passwords. When connecting to many sites with the same password, one simply enters the single password and clicks OK. However, when multiple passwords are used, simply click on the button called Enter Passwords for individual DVRs. This expands the site tree to allow a user to enter the individual passwords.